So I found a cheaper alternative for a radiator fan for E90, E92, E93, M3s. Uh, Previously, I think when I was removing this fan on another job, I must have grabbed onto the rim that goes around the fan blades there, and I think I cracked it. And then over time, a big chunk eventually broke out of it, so it's causing terrible vibration. You look up brand new fans, they're over $1,000. Even used M3 fan, if you can find it, uh, $400 or something like that. So um, I saw another user said you could use a fan from a 535 GT or several different 5 Series. So I found one on eBay. It said the description said from 2010 to 19 BMW 535i, 640i. So I went ahead and tried it. And I'll do my best here to explain the differences and how to go about swapping. You have to change the backing plates. On the motor itself. Either that or you have to cut the wiring and solder the old plug onto the new motor, which I didn't want to do. So here I am pulling the fan out. This is probably the trickiest part of the job, getting it out without smashing the upper radiator hose. It's all plastic. Some people I've heard crack those, and then you have to buy a whole new upper radiator hose. So take your time here. It's basically just one screw on the passenger side and then a plastic clip on the driver's side. Basically the only thing holding it in. Here's the fan I bought off of eBay. I made him an offer of 140. He took it. So if you look at the backing plate, so the motors have different part numbers, because the wiring, I believe, is the only difference. So I just three screws basically to remove the fan and the motor from the shroud. You can see the differences in the shroud. The M3 is on the right there. Shroud smaller, but the fan's the same size. So you take the three screws out of the plastic, to remove it from the plastic shroud. Then there's 3 screws that actually hold the back of the motor, to the main part of the motor, and I'll see that in a second. I don't know what happened to the video here. I was shooting it vertically. But take those 3 screws out. Just pry the motor in half. Then you'll see, once you get to the inside, you'll see they look identical. Here you see the 535 plug on the right. It's a lot larger, wider than the M3 one on the left. But when you look inside, they look virtually identical. So I just swapped them rather than messing with cutting wires and soldering them. So basically just swap the back of the motor, screwed it back together, put it back into the shroud, and reinstalled it on the car, and I got no lights, no problems. Seems to be running fine, no more vibrations. Hope this saves you some money. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and help you best I can. Thanks.